So. Tag zusammen. So, ich bin... Warte mal, ich gehe nochmal aufs Vollbild. Scorpion. Hi. Olli. Ja, Olli ist natürlich dabei. Ich glaube, du warst aber nicht der Erste, oder? So, bin mal gespannt. Wir haben noch knapp 5 Minuten. Ja, warte, ich schalte das aber auch jetzt mal hier an. Habe das gerade eben nur ausgelassen, weil der Ton dann da im Hintergrund läuft. Können wir aber ausmachen. So, 4 Minuten 14 seht ihr unten rechts. Und ja, bin ich mal gespannt, was die da raushauen, ne? Also, insbesondere die Waffe, die neue. Bin leise. Moment, kein Problem. Müsste aber jetzt so laut genug sein. Also Mikro ist fast beim Anschlag. Oder? Halt mich auf dem Laufenden, Olli. Big Rock, ja, danke nochmal an dich, ne, für gestern. War geil. Rucki zucki. Über Twitch, ja, müsste aber dann auch über das andere auch funktionieren. Warte mal, ich mache mal gerade den Sound an von dem vom Twitch an sich. Also wenn ich das jetzt hier zuschalte. Das hört man, ne? Drei Minuten noch. Play and... Was haben sie? Play and Talk stand da gerade, okay. Also da bin ich echt mal gespannt, was sie da jetzt wieder sich einfallen lassen. Hoffentlich hauen sie was Anständiges raus mit der Waffe, weil der Rest war ja sonst eigentlich immer so eventmäßig nicht so doll, ne? Und vor allen Dingen DLC bin ich gespannt. Ja, hoffentlich, ne? Also, ach so, du meinst Nerf? Ja, okay. Vor allen Dingen müssen sie die... Vielleicht bringen sie nochmal Patch Notes auch raus, ne? Die Gewehre, die sind ja vom Sound her eine Katastrophe. Ich habe das letzte Mal noch... bin ich unterwegs und ich habe gedacht, ich schieße immer. Ich sage, ich schieße. Da war das ein Teammate, der, keine Ahnung, schon 2 Räume weiter war bei einer Mission. Das ist grauenhaft, ne? Ja, aber High Dystrophic glaube ich nicht, dass die Pesti so schnell jetzt genervt wird. Dafür ist das jetzt zu kurzfristig gewesen. Die ist stark, zu stark, ja, also Konflikt spielt das jeder, aber und vor allen Dingen, wenn du Umbra unheimlich stark auch jetzt dann in Kombination ist absoluter Wahnsinn. Aber ich habe heute ein Game gehabt mit der Strega und das Bild, was ich schon mal vorgestellt hatte, mit Umbra voll rasiert. Also auch gegen Pesti-Spieler. Das war auch Hammer. Boah, ich bin voll fett geworden. Bin zu viel am Zocken. Zu viel am Arbeiten, zu viel am Zocken. Zu wenig Sport. So, ich schalte mal um. Auf das andere Bild. Wir haben noch 50 Sekunden. Ich mache aber dann gleich meine Kamera hier aus, dass wir das volle Bild haben, ne? Weil meine Fratze braucht ihr ja nicht dabei. Wird ja wieder Yannick sein und die Daria, ne? Na, schauen wir mal. So, dann wünsche ich auf jeden Fall viel Spaß und danke, dass ihr da seid. Ja, an alle. Finde ich super. So, ich mache jetzt meine Kamera mal aus. 20 Sekunden und dann schauen wir mal, was da abgeht. Also viel Spaß, Leute. Bis später.
Hello everyone and welcome to this unexpected Black Friday / Thanksgiving live stream. And my name is Daria. I'm the former comdev on Division 2 and today with me is
We haven't fired Daria.
Ich habe die noch nie gesehen. Kennt die jemand?
They actually just gave me another job. But I'm still required to stream. So it is what it is. I guess you guys are.
Olli, Twitch, Big Rock sagt, alles okay? Keine Ahnung.
We're both here against our will.
It's true though. They keep us chained to the streaming chair, so we cannot leave. But yeah, today with me is Yannick, my usual co-host.
Hello.
And yeah, to give you guys an overview of what we're planning to discuss today. So of course we'll talk about Seasons 2.0 next steps. I know that Yannick has an entire list, a handwritten list of changes he prepared specifically for this live stream. A lot of things that he wants to share with us, right?
I decided to take notes this time and come a bit more prepared.
Yeah, so see, I'm not putting him on the spot. I know that he is well prepared and ready.
DC, ja klar. Hi.
The upcoming
Adi, hi.
We'll talk about the veteran
Die Rechte, die keine Ahnung
the
hat.
Lexington gun, and some of the nice skins that some of you might already noticed in the game. Also, as you probably saw, if you haven't, please look at the chat. We are running a giveaway for the Stalker bundle outfits. So all the rules are there. You just basically enter it by typing the hashtag Stalker2, and that would automatically add you to the giveaway. And a few lucky winners gonna get contacted after the live stream and get their fancy bundles. But that's not it. There are some other things regarding Stalker as well, and we'll talk about it a bit later. Also, we have a gameplay build that we're gonna show. Do not expect any new modes or any balancing changes. It's mostly just a teaser for a winter event. And to start, get your list with the changes for
You want to start with season 2?
Yeah, let's start with the seasons 2.0.
All right, I'm gonna take my notes. Sorry, old school paper. So seasons 2.0. Well, we've been looking at the feedback. We've got a lot of feedback with PTS, and now that seasons 2.0 is out, it's good that it's out because now we get to actually work with concrete feedback and data. So we know what we can see, what works, what doesn't, what you enjoy, what you enjoy less. So it makes our job much easier now to actually figure out how do we make it better. So with that, there's a bunch of things we're looking at, and I want to mention some of them here on some of the things we want to change. And just bear in mind that none of that is timed somewhere. So don't expect those changes to come in the near future. I don't know yet. I cannot promise that all of them will be here by the next update, but at least so you know what are the kind of things we're looking at to improve seasons 2.0. I think first I'm going to start with some of the changes we're going to bring this season in the upcoming patches. And some of them are just reactions to feedback that we've gotten from you.
Olli, nee, im Moment noch keinen
the
Hinweis.
first one is that we are going to give control to the group leader on the activation of the modifier. So as you know now, it's a bit of a mess. I think we've talked about it already in the past. The fact that you don't really know when you matchmake where you're going to end up and how we handle the rules of matchmaking and all of that. So now we're going to have it clearer. So if you show up or if you matchmake with a group, whatever status the group leader has in terms of modifiers being activated or not will apply to the entire group. So it is the group leader that will decide. It's going to work the same for events, basically. So hopefully now everybody will be on the same under the same status, and we're not going to have the issue where someone has their modifier
Triple X nenne ich mal. Die neue A, du meinst die Stalker?
Modifiers are still applying. This is not going to happen anymore. It's going to be the same experience for everyone. We're removing we've removed the modifiers from raid as well. So that was one of the inconsistencies we had with between what we've said and what was actually in the build. They were not on the PTS.
Genau, das wollte ich auch gerade sagen.
They were on the build. We've removed them now. So no modifiers in raid. We're keeping the raid experience pure. One thing also we are doing, or we've done, is adding the Battle Pass XP to all priority objectives. So you no longer have to choose when you're doing priority objective.
Na gut, das haben sie ja auch schon bekannt gegeben, ne, dass die XP gefixt wurden.
Your season rewards, your Battle Pass rewards, or other rewards. Now
die Lexing, nein, die kommt noch. Die wird jetzt wahrscheinlich gleich, das werden wir jetzt im Screen sehen, die wird mit dem Winter-Event kommen.
Reward that you will choose. So to try to be more generous with that progression. We are also going to make some
Olli, ich gehe mal von aus, dass im Winter-Event, wenn der Loot-Goblin dann halt wieder die Sachen drin hat, kann es eventuell sein, dass die Harvest dann auch nochmal droppt, das weiß ich aber nicht.
Which are Requital and Master of None, which are the ones that have, of course, I think frustrated the most part of all of you and all of us, to be honest, myself included. So we're going to make changes to them to make them less punishing, and so change the way Requital works, so it's going to be a bit more intuitive and a bit easier to understand when the damage actually gets reflected and how to counter that, with better feedback also in terms of the icon and the UI. And Master of None we're also going to change to especially get rid of the shock effect and change that to something else, so you're no longer going to have the issue of NPCs with Master of None that are just taking you out of cover all the time. So these are changes that are going to be coming very soon in a future patch to at least reduce some of the frustration we've seen with the existing proposition of modifiers. But then on top of that, we also have much more changes we're looking at that are probably going to come a bit later next season, and some of them maybe even after that. So just to talk a bit about some of the things we would like to change. Well, first let's talk about modifiers. So as we've seen, and as I see in the chat already on some of the comments with modifiers, this is the first version we have in this season. We've talked about it. This is the first iteration. We're going to every season will come with new modifiers. So every season we will learn from the previous one, and until we hit the perfect formula for modifiers. But overall, we know that some people prefer to play without them. I do think that for the most part it is because of the hostile modifiers part, because it's as we've said with Requital and Master of None, it's not always fun. But our goal ultimately is to make sure that you want to have the modifier on, because gameplay is just going to be more fun. And there's a few things we're going to do with that. First, we have, I'm not going to go in details here, but we've taken that into account in designing the next modifier for the next season. So I think that one is going to be pretty cool. We are streamlining and simplifying the hostile modifiers for the next season as well. So it's going to be something that's a bit more simple and less punishing. Really a bit more about
Buonasera. Ist er italienisch,
modifier
ne?
gives
Mehr
you a
kann ich
bonus,
nicht.
hostile modifier counters that bonus, but does not actually impact your gameplay the way it does right now. So it's really just about negating potentially some of the effect of your modifier, but nothing beyond that. Because ultimately we want the modifiers to just be fun and be a boost for players. So it's like you play with the modifier, you get the boost. The hostile can potentially counter some of that, but it's never going to make you weaker than what you would do without the modifier. We are looking at, and that's been one of the requests as well, we are looking at adding a bonus when you play with the modifier active. So I know that we've said we were a bit on the fence with doing that, because we don't want you to force yourself to play with the modifier just to get the bonus. But I think there's a right balance we can find in trying to find a bonus that is just an addition, just a small plus. So you feel rewarded for playing with the modifier, but without missing out if you really choose
Ja,
to
die
play
Lexen
without
ist
the
ein
modifier.
LVOA,
But
das
once
ist ein
again,
Gewehr.
our goal is to make you want to play
Aber
with the
gab's die in die
modifier,
Reise
because it's
7?
just going to be more fun. We are looking at the pacing, and I will get back to that, but you're going to unlock the modifiers faster also. So in the progression, in future seasons, we want the modifiers unlocked to come faster, the active and the passive ones. So it takes a bit less time to get all the toys and just have fun with them. This is a long list, so bear with me here. We are looking at the trigger conditions for the active modifier. So we know that now it's a bit of an issue that you have to aim down sight before you can trigger the active modifier. So we are looking at changing that to make it a bit easier to trigger. Overall, we want to make improvements to the HUD and the visual feedback on the modifiers as well, making sure that it's clearer, especially when you have an active modifier that is triggered and that is active, in terms of the timer and how long will it stay active, and when you actually increase the duration by your actions, have much better feedback there, so you have better control over what's happening. But also, looking at making the active modifiers last a bit longer, probably, so you really have a more interesting benefit from triggering them. And then on the season journey, so one shift we want to do is to really try to give it a bit more purpose, because right now the season journey is a bit of a mix of a lot of things. It's your main progression path towards unlocking modifiers, towards gaining Battle Pass progression. It's also meant as a kind of a progression thing for new characters, level 1 characters, so it's meant to teach the game. We're going to try to clarify that. We're going to separate the progression part for new players from the experience of a level 40 player, so you're no longer going to have just buy an item at the vendor and these things that are supposed to introduce features. This will be segregated outside of that, so you will have objectives that are more interesting and more gameplay related towards what is the reality of your gameplay as a level 40 player. We want to focus a bit more on the modifier, actually, the season journey, so try to make the objectives more about...
Also ich habe die nicht in der Reise 7 bekommen, da bin ich mir sicher.
Objectives about using this modifier, then you get to the next mission, you unlock a new active modifier, then the objectives will be about using
Die wurde
that
doch
new
auch
one
als
that you
Belohnung gar
unlock,
nicht
and then you
angegeben.
unlock the next one, and then you use it. So a bit more as an initiation to the modifier. and also all the modifiers.
Soweit ich weiß, ist das ja eine benannte Waffe, die ursprünglich aus Division 1 kommt.
Out of the priority objectives, and everything is going to be on the season journey. So really, the season journey will become your main way of progressing the modifier and unlocking all of it. Then what else do I have here? We are looking at the balancing of all of the objectives.
Ich bin mir auch sicher, dass die noch gar nicht verfügbar ist.
Some of them are too
sonst hätte man die auch schon längst präsentiert bekommen.
It takes ages to do them. Overall, that's not our intention to make you grind for dozens of hours just to fill a bar until you unlock one part of the whole thing. So we want to make them less grindy.
Seltsam.
And maybe looking at not necessarily gating behind missions, the progression of objectives.
Ralf.
That's still in discussion.
Ja,
so,
seltsam.
We'll see if we want to do that. As I said, the season journey right now is also your main means of progression.
Ach so, die gab es heute als
XP,
Ach, ist das das? Ja, so, okay. Ich hatte heute noch gar nicht richtig angemacht. Das Prototyping High.
I want to say. My PC just... okay. Sorry. My PC just died, but it's back. When it comes to Battle Pass progression, so as we said, we've given more Battle Pass progression or Battle Pass XP on the priority objectives. But we are actually also looking at adding more granularity there. So we're going to be adding Battle Pass progression, Battle Pass XP on.
Also da hatte ich auch keine Information. Vielleicht haben sie es jetzt wegen dem Stream heute so als Geschenk dann rausgehauen.
More to the way it was in the older season format, where you can play what you want and you will get progression.
Hi, Robert.
So you will less be, required to do the activities or the priority objectives.
Bill, musst du mal gucken, wenn die nicht im Inventar ist, dann vielleicht in der Kiste.
You will get progression through those, but you also can play whatever you want and you will get some progression as well. So really, if you're not interested in any of the objectives that are given to you, you can also just do whatever you want in the game and get progression there. I'm almost there, I promise. We are looking at being a bit more generous with the rerolls on priority objectives. We are going to have a pass on all the activities that are available in priority objectives to remove the ones that are too rare, especially in the open world. So, the Warhound convoys, Elite Resource Convoys.
Ich möchte natürlich auch nicht ausschließen, dass das wieder ein Bug ist, dass nicht jeder so bekommt. Da müssen wir jetzt mal abwarten. Also ich habe selber auch noch nicht nachgeschaut, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Keine Ahnung.
We're going to modify the descent one because right now we have an issue with, since it's just asking you to do a couple loops, people just matchmake, do the couple loops and then leave the group and leave you alone. So we're going to look at changing that one to avoid that kind of behavior. What else do I have? No, that's actually the end of my list.
Thank you. Great.
These are some of the things.
There was actually a really good question in the chat while you were.
Das war dieser Veteran-Reward, den man kriegt. Ja, das wird wahrscheinlich diese Waffe sein.
Would it be possible for the modifiers to be saved and be enabled once you log back in? Because right now you need to equip them again.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good point. That's something we need to look at.
Und ich glaube, die fällt für jeden dann.
I am not prepared on that one.
Boss mal, danke für den Follow. Ich gehe mal von aus, dass wir die alle Godrolled bekommen. Wahrscheinlich so als Geschenk.
All that. But also another thing to mention on the site is that we'll definitely answer all the questions.
Ja, genau, das war das.
Most likely in the end, of course, if we see anything, because this
Danke auch an dich für den Follow.
Allows us to read the chat. We'll try to answer them. But since and I understand that people started spamming the giveaway command, you only need to enter it once. You don't need to spam it constantly. So let's just be mindful of the chat going way too fast. And if you guys want us to be able to see your messages, it's best to slow down a little bit, because there are going to be other ways for you to get the bundle, and we'll talk about it. So anything else we want to talk about regarding Seasons 2.0 or?
No. I wanted to react.
Ja, ich glaube, die kommt grundsätzlich jetzt so mit Schaden gegen Unbedeckte.
Related, but I've seen some mentions of bugs, so I just want to acknowledge them. Audio, the rifle audio issue, that's something we are aware of.
Also ich habe sie selber, wie gesagt, noch nicht gesehen.
It's a tricky one, but it's something we're investigating. I said a couple, but I forgot what the second one was. But I'm sure it's going to come back in chat.
Yeah, most likely. And yep, should we move on then?
I would love to see some journey progress shared by people in group. Actually, that's something we're investigating. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it because it's actually tricky also, but we would like to make sure that the on-kill objectives apply to the whole group. So, so you're not punished by playing in a group.
Benanntes Talent. Ne? Also man kann das Talent frei umrollen.
To apply to the whole group, but we'll see if we can pull it off because it's more complicated than it sounds.
And before Yannick finds another question to answer, let's move on because it's holidays time. It was supposed to be Jingle Bells effect, but I never actually asked anyone for that, so it's like, let's imagine.
So, jetzt Winter-Event, mal schauen, was wir da wieder. Aber vielleicht bekommen wir da ja noch was
For
Neues.
the winter event, we actually prepared a small teaser for you guys to see, and then we'll be able to show the outfit in game.
Ach, wie süß, mit Hirschgeweih. Alter. Mit einer Weihnachtskugel auf der Stirn. Starte, erkenne Play. Oh, neue Knie. Ui. Können wir jetzt Schneeflocken dann.
Yeah, here it is.
Dann müssen die sich aber selber das Lachen verkneifen.
The event itself is going to start on December 10th. So there's just a little bit of time
Dezember
left.
geht's los.
It's not going to be a very long one. Those of you who played the last year's winter event know that it usually consists of a project with a few objectives, and here you can see a calendar. What's important to know about this specific one is that going to feature 2 tracks, easy track and a hard track, and both tracks will feature
wir müssen diesmal nur Missionen laufen.
rewards. So the outfit, it's called Rudy outfit, because Rudolph, I think it's quite obvious. It's going to be part obtainable through the easy track. The knee pads that you saw in the end of the video with the snow VFX available through both tracks, easy and hard. And hard track also going to feature extra XP, named caches, optimization caches, recalibration caches, and some exotic
Die wollen mir jetzt
components.
echt nicht erzählen, dass wenn man die Knie dann anzieht, dass es dann bei dem Gegner schneit oder
specific
was?
winter event is all
Das ist jetzt
that
nicht
the
wahr,
missions designed around time trials, and you will be given a time objective to complete each specific mission, and if you manage to complete it before the time runs out, you're going to be granted the reward automatically. So also if you want to show the outfit now, because there is a lot of things for me to talk about.
I can show it. But yeah, I just wanted to mention, to talk about the time trials quickly, because that's something we said we wanted to bring back. So as you know, with Seasons 2.0, we did not bring back the leagues because it didn't really fit with this format. But we said we like the idea of time trials, so that's something we've done with the winter event. Now we are going to start seeing projects that are the objectives are actually time trials. So it's going to be complete that mission under that that time. So it's cool. It's going to be a new type of project and a new type of objective. So I'm glad we got it to work. I don't know what
Warum kann er nicht einfach mal ruhig da stehen bleiben und das einfach nur so zeigen?
Just move around,
also ganz ehrlich,
do some jumping jacks.
Also wenn man das jetzt als Maske, ne, das ist doch...
It was a joke, but it's nice to see it in action.
Also das Camouflage so jetzt in dem Weihnachtslook ist ja ganz nice, muss ich ja sagen. Okay, aber jetzt mit dem Geweih am Kopf. Warum machen sie dann die rote Kugel nicht auf die Nase?
So that's
Rudolph. The red-nosed reindeer.
To busy yourself while we all wait for the actual winter holidays to start. And the new knee pads, the Snow Machine knee pads, are going to be available through the track. Both tracks actually going to feature it, and once you obtain it through the track, you can the hoarder, the loot goblin, gonna drop it as well. But yeah, that's pretty much.
Aber das erinnert mich jetzt schon wieder so ein bisschen an die Shiner-Version, ne? Also das ist ja auch, die haben ja auch so total durchgeknallte Skins. Fangen sie vielleicht jetzt langsam damit hier auch an, um zu sehen, wie es ankommt, keine Ahnung.
And as usual, he and other NPCs going to be wearing nice Santa hats. And the items from previous events are going to be from winter, summer, and even the mooncake. So if you miss those, it's your chance to get those.
So laufe ich nicht rum, ja, hast recht.
Yeah, it's actually pretty much it. But like before the live stream, Yannick and I were debating about the horns on the mask that Rudy features, because I find it very cute.
On the die, I would look at horns and think it's cute.
But it is cute.
Cute?
Especially with this small reindeer.
Jetzt mal ganz ehrlich, jetzt mal vorstellen, mit so einem Anzug, ich meine jetzt mal nicht mit den Waffen, ja, aber dann noch so eine Maske und man geht da durch eine Großstadt, die Fußgängerzone. Aber da kannst du keine 5 Minuten rumlaufen oder die laufen alle weg, ich weiß nicht.
But it also reminds me of the Krampus.
Nee, Olli, also das ist schon, weiß nicht, ob sie da bei Activision irgendwie ein bisschen, keine Ahnung, die haben ja auch total ausgefallene Skins.
Would inspire Pali to finally.
Wobei da bringen sie ein bisschen mehr aus Filme raus, ne, so.
No, but this one is actually very cute.
Teilweise ganz nice, aber halt auch, kannst ja Schweinegeld ausgeben, ne.
And yeah, once again, event starts on December 10th.
Aber es scheint ja zu funktionieren, sonst würden sie es ja nicht laufen. Was Neues einfallen
so there is plenty of time to complete all the objectives, and objectives is usually going to be unlocked in order, so all of them become available daily, but you can you need to finish the previous one for you to be able to move to the next one. But and of course, in the end of the event, there is going to be a few days extra time for you to catch up. So you do not necessarily need to start playing on 10th. You can do that later, but just be sure to finish everything by 26.
Ja, genau.
People asking if we fix the loot goblin and if they will be able to get the harvest. I mean, yeah, the harvest is in the loot pool, so you should be able to get it from the loot goblin as well.
Ah, hast du gehört, Olli, wie ich gesagt habe, ne? Also vom Loot Goblin kriegst du die Harvest.
The old items from past events as well.
Sehr gut. So also die droppt dann wieder, ne?
Yeah, as I mentioned, winter, summer, and mooncake, all of them going to be there. So if you were not playing Division last year during the winter event, this is also your chance to get the cute Tommy backpack that we had last year.
Yeah, I know that there's been a lot of questions in chat, not related, but I'll address it on global events in Division 1. Unfortunately, we don't have any groundbreaking news here. There's been no breakthrough on our investigation, so we still are not able to bring them back. But not giving up hope that we will manage to do it. But it's unfortunately we don't have any news in that on that front today.
Yeah, but still on the list, it's still a big priority, especially now that we have the rewards in both Division 1 and Division 2.
Mm-hmm.
So sneakily, this was also Lexington gameplay, by the way. I was using the Lexington weapon. So that's is that a segue into the better?
I mean, I wanted to talk about friend referral first, but yeah, okay. we can actually keep the gameplay going. As for the friend referral, there is not a lot of new things to mention. Just a reminder for those of you who may have missed this information.
Befürchtung, dann wird's ein Bug sein. Ich guck nachher bei mir auch mal nach.
It's been such a long time since I saw a raccoon. Sorry.
Sorry, I missed it.
Maybe I just went under
otherwise just to make you react.
Like. I need to.
Bill, weißt du, ob als du gestartet hast, ob dein Inventar, dein Rucksack voll war mit 150 Teilen?
So, see, this is. Oh my god. I'm already triggered. But coming back to the friend referral and trying to be nice and helpful here, you know, being an animal lover and whatnot. If you missed that the friend referral has been updated, it's actually a completely revamped system now. You can get Insurgent uniform and Insurgent backpack as a veteran player, as someone who invites the new recruits. And if you're a new recruit, there is also a perfect opportunity for you to get the Stinger, Hunter outfit, LMG, and the backpack trophy. That is the reward that used to be available.
Das haben sie letztes Mal ja schon gesagt, ne? Also wenn mein Freund dann halt
kind of
der Division dann auch nochmal reinkommt, dann hat man so Rewards.
With a twist. So make sure to invite a person, play with
Ja,
them for a
seltsam
few
Bill.
hours,
Ich guck
and
gleich nochmal bei mir auch.
those nice outfits are yours. And now it is a segue into the veteran rewards that a lot of you guys in the chat seem to be aware of, because it is
So, jetzt
something
kommen
that
sie
we released in
mit
the game this
den
morning.
Veteranen-Rewards. Bin mal gespannt.
To explain what the veteran rewards program
So
is
direkt wieder den Support hier
basically we
richtig
wanted
zumailen.
to
Ich habe nichts bekommen.
design something to commemorate the years of service and the fact that some of you has been with the franchise, with the game since Division 1, and also avid players in both Division 1 and Division 2. And for the majority of you, you might be able to get it by logging in the game today.
Also
you
3
will
Skin.
get the Lexington gun and 3 skins based on the different eligibility levels.
Sieht aber gut aus.
I need
Na,
to
da bin ich mal
recite
gespannt, ob
them,
ich sie
or
habe.
oh, there is information, so I don't really need to read it.
It's very small on this screen we have in front of us.
It's a
very tiny screen like that.
yeah,
so
it's a
I'm
very
like,
tiny screen, but basically if you first logged in Division or 1 or Division 2 after November 28th, you'll get the bronze reward. The silver one is available for those who logged in between January 2 and November 27 this year, and gold for those who logged in to the game before January 1st, 24. So pretty much everyone should get one of those rewards, and rewards can be accumulated, all 3 of them. So if you're eligible for all 3, you're going to get all 3.
Gold. Also erster
One thing
Login
that is
vor
important to
dem
mention
1.1.
that
diesen Jahres.
if your inventory is full,
Okay.
you might experience issues with getting those rewards, and that is something that the team is aware and working on a solution, and will
Kann auch sein,
find a
dass
way
das
to deliver rewards to everyone who
falsch
might be missing
dargestellt ist,
them.
ne?
Yeah, it's. I see a lot of that in chat. People didn't get their Lexington because their inventory is full. And yeah, that's the problem, because the weapon goes directly into your inventory. So so if the inventory is full, the weapon is not delivered. But as Daria said, we're gonna try to fix that, and we'll make sure everybody gets it.
Okay,
Yeah,
also
and
sie wollen
Lexington
sicher
is
sein,
also
dass
gonna
jeder
have
sie
all the
bekommt.
attributes maxed out right from the start, so it's going to be very nice, reliable gun.
I see someone asking if the Lexington can be moved to their level 40 character because they logged into their mule character. I mean, if it's on the same account, you can just use the stash. So you should be able to transfer it with the stash to another character.
But also the rewards itself are not account wide, from what I know, unless they can be moved through the stash. But it's actually, I think we need to confirm this information. But it's also best not to claim those on a hardcore character, just to be safe.
Yeah, hardcore you shouldn't. Yeah.
Okay, man sollte nicht auf dem Hardcore-Charakter das machen, okay.
Any plan to increase stash size?
Ich glaube, das stand aber auch dann bei der Anmeldung.
We've talked about it. We are looking at it. We're looking at it. We have some ideas.
I don't know if you maybe want to show the skin and inspect it closer in the build.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of really nice details that otherwise you might not be able to notice while looking on the art.
Just to be clear, Lexington is just a skin M4, right? No special talent or anything. It's actually an LVOAC, fully auto. So that's a weapon that doesn't exist anywhere else in the game. It's coming back from Division 1. So that's what makes it special. It's a named, not because it has a perfect talent or a perfect stat. It's because it's a rifle that's a fully auto, an assault rifle. Looking at, you were asking me to show the skins, right?
Yeah, the Lexington skin.
Okay,
yeah, because there are so
Skin
many
sieht gut
little
aus.
details you can see here.
That's the
Bronze,
bronze
okay.
one. Mm-hmm.
Naja,
Also,
Bronze
the
sieht jetzt nicht gerade
talent
so.
is going to be random, but you can
Natürlich wieder
recalibrate it.
Geschmackssache.
So this is the silver one. It's nice that it gets more detailed as you get from bronze.
Ja, die goldene muss ich sagen, das sieht schon, das ist schon ein netter
Really
Skin.
love the pattern with small phoenixes on it.
Okay, so if I get it right, the question on getting it to on the mule character is that the level of the Lexington is based on the character. Mine is level 30 for some reason.
Das ist aber auch nicht gerade
It
von
could be
Vorteil.
just because we had to spawn the model through the admin panel.
This is a cheat account with a cheat build, so don't take that for granted. That explains why I was using it and I was like, damn, it's actually not doing a lot of damage. But it is, that's why. It's because it's level 30, I didn't notice that. And so that's the gold skin.
Das sieht schon nicht schlecht aus.
So yeah, and it's actually one thing that we've started doing is have named items that now have perfect attributes, base attributes or core attributes. So it's not necessarily easy to spot, but you will see it here that the
Ja,
damage
genau,
is,
like mal bitte.
is
Danke.
more yellow than the rest of the stats. That means that this is a
Und
stat
natürlich auch ein
that
Follow
is
da
actually
lassen, falls ihr das
boosted
noch nicht gemacht
compared
habt.
to what the normal balancing of that weapon would be. So there will be more of those in the future as well. That will be not getting perfect attributes in here, but actually getting better core stats as well.
Mhm.
Nice, looks very pretty. For some reason, I now crave chocolate. Looking at this weapon skin.
Because okay.
Yeah, but
sure.
it has like this chocolatey elements. No.
Die sieht schon Schokolade da drin, okay.
And also, did we mention that it has the third attribute? Yeah.
I see some people reacting or someone saying, damage to target out of cover or nerf. No, that's a level 30 Lexington, so that's probably why it's maxed out here with wrong stats.
Yeah, it's a test build account. Last time, Yannick got so many friend requests that we had to replicate his save and create a separate live stream account so people would stop bothering.
They're trying to protect me from you people.
And also because we need to grant you the outfit that is otherwise not available in the live game right now, and this is the only way for us to do that. See the benefits of being a dev.
Where can you get the harvest? You will be able to get the harvest on the Goblin during the winter event.
Mhm. Okay.
Yes, just start playing on December
Fragen viele
10th.
nochmal nach, ne? Nach der
Spot
Harvest
the
ist auch geil.
NPCs in the Santa hat, and yeah.
How dare they? I know. I know.
And
Yeah.
the other thing that I wanted to mention is the Stalker collaboration that you guys are already aware of.
Yeah.
But there are some other surprises that we prepared together with the Stalker team.
Rainbow Six haben sie reingebracht, ne? Ist
First
auch
of
wieder
all, I mean, the giveaway in the
30
chat is
Euro?
already ongoing. But there are going to be more
nur mit Premium
opportunities for you
Credits zu
not
kriegen,
only
ne?
to win the free code of the Stalker bundle, but also the game itself. Because our partners from the Stalker team actually supplied us with some Stalker 2 game codes. So we're going to be running 2 activities for you to participate in. One is going to be a Discord raffle, and from what I remember, it's starting tomorrow. So be sure to join our official Division 2 Discord. And another opportunity is to participate in the photo mode contest and submit the photos of your agent dressed in the style inspired by Stalker. And there are, I think, a lot of really nice locations in Division 2 where you can find a perfect shot. I know that there are a lot of agents in the community who are really into perfecting their skills as the digital photographers, so I guess this is a perfect opportunity for you guys to showcase your skills. And yeah, we can also show the outfits in the game.
Do I have them?
You do.
Let me.
You need to go to the apparel
Ja, die sind jetzt nicht unbedingt so meins, muss ich ganz ehrlich
in
sagen.
the store.
So I don't have them
diese
directly
Maske
here.
da.
No, I mean
also
you
mit dem
can try and
Geweih,
find
oh,
them. They should
tu mir
die
mal
actually.
Gefallen,
So a few of them. Yeah.
Auf der Stirn so eine
here.
Weihnachtsbaumkugel.
And where are the other ones? This is not one.
Yeah, there is
And there's one
Yeah.
here.
Ah.
And that one, it's pretty good.
from the exclusion zone to the dark zone.
Yeah. And that's one as well.
Ja, das geht ja noch.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Da gibt
We
schönere
ticked
Sachen.
all the
Aber gut, das
boxes.
ist, wie ich immer sage, Geschmackssache.
Now we can dedicate our time
Yeah.
to fully answering questions from the chat.
Ja, hoffentlich fragen da jetzt schon mal welche rein, dass einige die Waffe wohl nicht bekommen haben. Also ich weiß es nicht, wie gesagt, ich muss nochmal nachgucken. Können wir aber gleich auch nochmal im Livestream auch machen. Dann mache ich die Playstation mal an und dann schaue ich mal.
We are back. We got rudely interrupted.
Their applause! Oh my god! Is it for me? Thank you so much. I know that there are
Ja,
a lot of
hoffentlich habe ich die
serious
schon.
questions, but there was one mention that you and I wearing
Noch
the
schön
same.
Werbung machen, ja klar. Ja, ist ja, hat's ja
hoodie,
gesagt,
the
ist ein
same shirt.
Partner, ne?
It's
Und
actually,
dann
yeah,
klar,
it's
dass
just
sie
the
das noch
color is the
raushauen.
same, but those are different shirts. But this is not the first time it's happening. It's been like that a few times before when we were supposed to
Vielleicht
stream
haben sie
and
auch
like they,
von dem
we
Studio noch
just
was
received
bekommen,
a
ne?
signal
Machst du
from
Werbung
space
Division für
telling
unser
us this
Stalker
is how you're
2?
supposed to. This
Wer
is the
weiß.
dress code for today.
We do not actually align our dress code.
But yeah, now it's time for serious questions.
So yeah, 5 times XP isn't working for some players, including yourself. Sorry to hear that. Is there any way to fix it? Not on your side. It's something we need to we are looking at. Unfortunately, the bug is still here. We had it last time already. We need to get that fixed.
Oh, jetzt habe ich das verpasst. Was für ein Fix hat der jetzt? Oder was für ein Bug hat der
I've
jetzt?
seen someone earlier asking how long is the 5 times XP going to run.
Bis
It's running across
1.12.
the weekend, so I don't know exactly when
1.12.
it ends, but
I
Sonntag.
just happen to have this page open, so
Also ich dachte am
it
Freitag,
ends
weil ich
on,
gedacht habe, aber die
the
haben einen
1st
Tag
of
uns nochmal
December,
dazugegeben, also ab
by
heute
midnight.
bis Sonntag.
okay.
Das 5-mal XP-Event.
My chat was paused. I was like, wait, we're not getting more questions.
Wir können ja gerade mal gucken, was da rausgehauen wird.
Can we have more loadout slots? Yeah, that would be nice.
Ja, Shiner Version, ne, haben die
Slow
natürlich viel mehr
Infusion to time.
Platz im Inventar. Kriegen wir nicht.
Not the plan now.
Also kein Plan dafür.
LMB
Das geht mir zu schnell.
I missed the LMB.
Neuer Raid, fragt jemand.
No snow, no LMB. It's not
Ich mache einfach mal
inhabited.
DLC, Fragezeichen.
Version you raid. I mean, yeah, yes to all of that. I would love that too.
Summit
Oh,
Center
DLC
Mask,
News
from
und bei
what
mir
I,
DLC Fragezeichen drunter.
remember,
Vielleicht gehen sie drauf
it's
ein.
gonna be available. Yulmus
Yeah.
Mask. Yeah.
Cool.
Hold me accountable if that's not true.
Are apparel events a thing of the past since everything is costing $30? No, we are actually looking at. There's a couple of things we're looking at. One, it's having a bit more granularity when it comes to those kind of bundles. So you actually, could be able to choose and not have to buy the whole thing at once. That's something we're going to be looking at for the future. And apparel events, no, we are discussing how can we bring back apparel events under a new format. So it might not even be called a party event anymore. But the idea of having an in-game event where you can unlock free cosmetics or buy them if you want, that's something we're investigating to bring it back. So it's the way you know them with the caches and keys every level and all of that. This is not going to come back, but the idea of having in-game events where you can with a progression where you can collect cosmetics, this is something we want to bring back.
There is a question from someone who never played Division 2 but played a lot of Division 1, and they're wondering if entering the game at this point difficult with these events. I would say that right now is a perfect opportunity to start playing Division 2 because it's
Da fragt jemand, der nur Division 1 gespielt hat, ob es schwer wäre jetzt in Division 2.
For you to start playing as a new, completely new player and get a fast track to level 30 and level 40.
Can you make modifiers work with loadouts, please? It would be nice. I don't know if there's a technical limitation or if it's just an improvement we can make in the future, but that's good feedback. Patch notes. Well, we don't have patch notes because this is not about an update specifically. This is just a chat. Just for us to give you some visibility on things we're working on and things that are coming for the game.
Komm, jetzt sag mal was zu dem
But there are going to
DLC.
be patch notes because we have another update coming next week.
We do.
So,
I mean, we need a patch to bring
Patch notes.
the events and all of that. Will there be classified gear coming? No, we are not bringing back classified as a concept into Division 2.
Da schreibt einer, dass die Lexen eine sehr hohe APM hat als andere Sturmgewehre. Jetzt war aber so schnell weg.
DLC, not today. Today is
Okay.
not the day.
Okay, also.
Brooklyn will have its own time to shine.
It's
Okay, also Sie sagen
working on
nichts.
it's coming along nicely, but
DLC
do so.
wird noch kommen, ja.
Deserve a proper separate live stream.
Naja.
Is it possible to get the second Lexington?
yeah, so what's becoming clear is, and sorry for misunderstanding earlier, is that it looks like if you get it on the mule character that is not level 40, Lexington is going to be scaled to the character level. We see I have a level 30 here, which means since you can only get one copy, then you're stuck with that copy. So we'll take it back to the team and see what we can do about it.
Okay, also aufpassen, ne? Wenn ihr euch
we
anmeldet
wanted to
und
be
ihr geht
generous
auf
with
so
this and
einen
make sure everybody gets their own
Mule,
copy
also
with
einen,
my
der halt
stats.
noch
So,
nicht Level 40 habt, dann
if
wird
that
die
doesn't
Waffe,
work
die
the way
neue
we
Lexington
intended,
dann
we'll
angepasst
fix
auf
it.
auf dieses Level. Ne? Also wenn ihr dann Level 30 halt nur habt, dann ist die nur Level 30 und noch haben sie
open
keine
multiple boxes
Lösung,
option.
dass
We don't have
die
that
halt
yet.
nochmal dann kommt. Ne?
Would be nice.
Was sie wahrscheinlich irgendwann machen werden. Ne?
Can we be able to defend the White House sometimes against enemy attacks, like a horde mode on the White House? That would be cool, but you don't know that probably. But there's a lot of NPCs in the White House, so it's very hard to have enemies around it. Your consoles or your computers might die if we do that. So there are technical limitations around the White House that doesn't allow us to use it for as a game mode, not in the open world anyway, not like that. So could all comms be linked together in order to listen to it back? Yeah, it's not a bad idea to actually be able to listen to all of them together, not one by one.
Ja, da fragt gerade einer nach der,
There's a
warum
question about Chinese version of the game. These completely separate items, is it possible to get some over in Division 2? We actually got a few of them for the Mooncake event, for example. And those are two separate versions run by two separate teams, and this is not the version that Massive is running, but sometimes it is possible for us to exchange some outfits and gear. I know that a lot of people seem excited, me included, about the cat mask, and the giant dinosaur.
Ja gut, der meint ja auch Items, ne, und nicht nur
Me mentioning it doesn't mean anything. I just love how it looks. Will you make more modifiers? Yes.
Ja, in der next season.
So again, that's the plan. Every season we will bring new modifiers.
Die Frage ist eigentlich überflüssig.
So
Okay.
yeah. Love for True Patriots. Yeah, actually, yeah. We I don't have like there's a bunch of further improvements.
Schreibt einer, er möchte die Enforcer wieder zurückhaben.
Following the big pass we did with this update. Now that it's been out for a month, we have some pretty good insights as well in terms of balancing changes, what worked, what didn't, and there are also a few pieces of gear that have been left out from it or not didn't get the love that they needed. So we are looking at making more changes, more improvements. Overall, more leaning towards buffs on things that are still underperforming. True Patriot is one of them. It's a gear set we're looking at. Have to cut the grind during the journey. Tough for casual players. Takes way too long. Yep, I agree. I mentioned it earlier, but this is something we want to reduce in the future and not have those. Less of those super grindy objectives with counts of hundreds.
The winter event starts on December 10th. And to answer questions about Division 3, once again, this is not the time, this is not the place.
Could you please consider replacing the weapon damage bonus in specializations trees to one single perk that applies to all? If you change weapon types on the fly, you miss out on those bonuses. I think that's... we had planned a long time ago for a revamp of specializations. We didn't do it in the end because it didn't really reach what we were aiming for. But that being said, there's still a lot of improvements we could do to specializations without going into full revamp, and I think those damage bonuses could be something we revisit as well, because it's not super flexible right now, the ability to change those bonuses.
Kommt doch nicht mal so interessante Fragen, oder?
What else do we have here? You're aware that Umbra special talent breaks when fast traveling most of the times. I am not, but I can ask the team if somebody else is, and if that's something we're looking at. Any plans for PvP in the future right now? Nothing that we can communicate on at this point.
Okay.
But we are not forgetting PvP players. I know that there's a lot of PvP fans that just show up in the streams and hope so.
Also
some
PvP
breaking
machen
news.
sie noch nichts, lassen
and
sie
every
noch
time we
alles.
tell you, not today. There's a lot of expectations in terms of PvP improvements and new PvP content. So we know that, but I don't have any news for you today.
Das
So
hat
now
er
we're
letztes Mal
going
auch
to see
schon
the
gesagt.
specialization rework. Well, the one we had started working on, that one you will never see because it wasn't good enough. But we still have it on the back of our mind to revisit specializations at some point. But we don't have anything concrete yet.
Crossplay progression.
Das
not
wird wohl nicht
happening
kommen.
anytime soon,
Nein, das
unfortunately.
kannst du sagen. Division 3 vielleicht.
As for the raids and incursions, that is also something that we discussed a few times in the past. That's definitely on the table, all options are, but this is not something that we can reveal at this point.
Ne, okay, an diesem Punkt nicht, aber es wäre mit Sicherheit vielleicht dann im
Can we use the
DLC, auf
modifier
der neuen
from
Map
this
dann.
season and the next season?
Wäre natürlich schon geil, ne? Neue Raid oder...
No, when next season starts, it's gonna be a whole new set of modifier. That being said, we are looking at ways to bring back old seasons modifiers when we will be a few seasons behind us. We don't want to just throw all of that away. we want to be able to bring back modifiers that have been popular. So maybe we'll see if we can turn them into global events or something like that.
Also was die Modifier angeht, da bin ich auch echt mal gespannt. Ich meine, also Range, ich meine, das ist im Shooter
Can
ja
you make
immer
exotic rifles fully
irgendwo,
auto as
ne?
well?
Close, Middle,
well,
Long Range.
We would need to
Was da kommt, da,
design an exotic rifle as fully auto. We are not going to take the existing ones and make them fully auto. But then if we design a rifle as fully auto, then it's just an assault rifle.
okay.
There is one patient PvP person in the chat. Thank you so much. You are probably the one and only in the entire PvP community.
Well, it's the same. I saw someone, I don't know if that was trolling, but I saw someone in chat earlier asking if we could bring back the scuba diver uniform, and I'm like, that's it. We found the one player that wants the scuba diver.
I mean, honestly, the chat today weirdly seems like there are some like clones of myself asking about questions, because there was like a person asking for an emote of a Snake Plissken, and then somebody suggested that we have a Metal Gear apparel event, and we're like, this could be me.
Fragt auch einer, ob man nicht mal auch zwei Exowaffen
I
benutzen
see a
kann.
bunch of people asking for other gear from Division 1 to come to Division 2. That's not something we plan to do on a regular basis. We brought back Striker because Striker had such a strong fantasy and nostalgia in a way. So we did that a long time ago. Now we have Lexington. I mean, sometimes if the opportunity arises and we think it makes sense, we can. But overall, we don't plan to just make it a regular thing. It's just more special when it's rare.
There was a questions about Dragov helmet, and it's another issue that's been under the investigation for quite some time now, and it's still something that we need to figure out. But that's something that the team is aware of and working on.
So if you Titan for calling you a troll, apparently it wasn't a troll. You won the scuba diver. Okay.
It was a fun one.
Fun was not the way it was qualified when we
Wahnsinn,
released
wie
it.
viele da nach Division 1 fragen. Ne?
But
Da
this
fragt
is
auch
the
gerade
thing,
einer, die sollen wieder die
usually
Global Events
the
in
fine
Division
arts
1
only being appreciated
verfügbar
after
machen.
some time passes, so it's the same with the scuba
You
one.
call the scuba diver fine art?
I mean, in the Museum of Modern Art, it can definitely be.
Is Division 1 servers being closed down soon? No, we are not closing down the servers of Division 1. Even though we
Fragt einer nach
still
einer neuen
haven't been able to
Fraktion.
bring back global
Warum?
events, that doesn't mean we're shutting down the game, not at all. Survival mode in Division 2 or some game mode similar to the Division 1, we don't have plans to bring back survival in Division 2. No? It's the same, it's too special, it's perfect the way it is in Division 1.
Question about more journey levels after level 7.
What was that, sorry?
Do we plan to have more journey levels after 7s?
I mean, that's that format is not fixed, right? So we will see next season what makes sense, so for this season we are not going to add new ones, but next season maybe it's not going to be 7, maybe it's going to be another count. Whatever makes sense with the progression pace we want. Someone is asking, many years ago some devs said that in game there are you and Hamish as enemy, but nobody finds a clue about Hamish until now. I don't think there's a Hamish in the game, I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm pretty sure, not that I know of anyway. There's a me, which I did not request, but still I get to be killed thousands of times every day by angry people. But that's a me privilege, apparently.
So another question about Harvester that you marked, but Harvester should be available through the Hoarder, the Loot Goblin, during the winter event that starts on December 10th.
Ja, das ist schon mal gut.
Do you guys have any information at all about the missing
Hier sehen
Hunter
wir
mask
noch mal,
puzzle? Is that about the hook, the extra hook?
was wir zu
I
machen
addressed
haben.
that last time and made a lot of people sad, but it's not connected to anything but hook. There's no missing mask to decipher.
Also
for the
Maske,
community.
Hose, Jacke,
It's
Schuhe,
it's just
Weste.
an empty hook for now.
Snow Machine, Knie. Naja.
Lexington won't be in the Loot Goblin? No. What do we have in the future? More bundles like Rainbow Six? The example here is Splinter Cell. Well, Splinter Cell I don't know, but yeah, more collaborations like that. Yes, I mean if people like it, we can do more of them. We're always on the lookout for something that makes sense for us. The water gun from previous events, yes, it will also be back.
Yeah, event is gonna be featuring items from the last year's winter event, this summer's event, and also Mooncake.
What happened with the nightmare event? Gosh, people have very good memories. It just, we just couldn't pull it off. We had some great ideas there on something we wanted to do alongside the partnership with Resident Evil, but it just, it didn't work out. It's one of those cases where we talked too early before we were sure that the event would actually make it. So it's not coming.
Okay, kommt nicht.
Can you bring back all the party event, please? What one do you want to see? It's actually complicated now because since the season format changed, we cannot just re-enable apparel events. We will need to redo them. So I think it's more about making all the apparel event content available in other ways.
Is Lexington farmable? No, it's not. You can only get it through the program at the moment.
At the moment, no.
When were you planning to repair the backpack's cosmetics? I'm not sure I understand what you mean, or if you're referring to a bug. I'm not familiar with it. Could it be possible to wear mask glasses with the monolith uniform? If it's not possible, there's probably a very good reason for it. I'm not the one who designed it, so I cannot tell you, but very often it's on a case-by-case basis, depending on how we design the outfit. Sometimes we allow for mask and glasses, sometimes we do not. So that has to do with the way the outfit is built. So unfortunately, if it's not possible here, it's probably for a good reason, which I am not familiar with.
More questions about DLC and raid? It's gonna
Not at
happen at
this
some
point.
point. I mean, the DLC live stream, and we'll talk more about it, but definitely not soon.
There is a bug with backpacks not changing their equipped appearance slot modification, transmog. Is that what this is referring to? Again, I'm not familiar with this one. Are you sure it's not just that you have a skin equipped on that backpack? Because if you have in your apparel screen, if you have a skin on the backpack, it's going to overwrite whatever transmog you equipped to it in the mods.
And actually, some apparel fixes are coming with the next patch, so it might get fixed soon. But yeah, it's best if you just tell us which item specifically you are talking about.
Yannick, some news about new hunter or hunters. Haven't you faced enough hunters lately? I feel like we've had a lot of hunters.
Ja, da verkneift sich jetzt so ein bisschen was, weil da kommt nämlich was auf uns zu. 100%ig.
Can we get the recruiter apparel back to the store? I'm sure it's gonna come back at some point. Any news about climax missions?
Mhm.
Well, we're still working on the climax. Towards the end of the season, you will see the climax, and for the first time, there will be the master climax, as you know, which will be the new difficulty enabled on the climax mission. So I don't have any news on it except that, yeah, it's coming. We're working on it. I was playing it today.
Ducks? But how? I love this question. Sometimes ducks are ducking in this game. Any chance you got skins for skills in the works? It's not something I heard about.
Ja, gute
Why are you
Frage.
looking at me like that? Is it something that we plan?
Something we're looking at, yes.
See?
I was like, is she joking or not?
No, I honestly, this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
You hear it first. Yes, we have some that exist that are old from launch, I think, from pre-order or something. I don't remember, or some edition. That we're looking at making new ones. Lexington is way higher DPS than other high-end ARs. It looks like it should have been 800 RPM instead of 850.
Das ist interessant.
It isn't doing the recent balancing somewhat. I mean, we'll see. As usual, in the long run, if it turns out that it
Ja gut,
becomes
das
an
gilt jetzt
outlier and it's
auszuprobieren.
too,
Noch weiß ich nicht, ob
too
ich es überhaupt
strong,
habe.
we might need to look at it. Sorry, means we might need to nerf. We
Auf
will
jeden
see.
Fall mit Sicherheit interessant.
It is intended to have a higher DPS, as we've said, because it doesn't have
Welches
the
Talent
perfect
machen wir
talent
denn
or
drauf?
perfect stats. It has a perfect DPS in a way, so a stronger DPS than what normal balancing would enforce
I can't believe that people are actually
on the DPS damage.
asking for it to be nerfed. Already, it's been less than a day for it to be out in the wild.
Well, someone said it's too strong. No nerf, please. Don't worry. We don't have plans to nerf it. No, we'll let you have fun with your new toy. Don't worry.
Mhm. Also
If it
seht ihr,
turns
jetzt wird
out
nichts
that it's
genervt im Moment.
hurting the
Nichts geplant.
the variety in the game in the long run, then we will look at it. But for now, you can have as much fun as you want with it.
Don't listen, Lexington is perfect.
If there's no secret NPC, as Hamish to find it, thinking about overall beside you and 2 secret bosses, can you confirm if there is any secret NPCs yet to be found on the game? I'm pretty sure people have found everything. I know that there have been hints in the past that players have not solved all the mysteries in the game. This is true in some way, in a way that people have brute forced their way through deciphering some of the hunter riddles and managed to trigger the hunters. So there are some intricacies in those riddles that, to our knowledge, have not been discovered, but that still the hunters that are connected to them have been defeated. It's just the way to make them spawn are actually not the accurate way it was designed. But there is no hidden secret in the game that hasn't been found.
I think people want to believe that there is something else to be uncovered.
Hi, ein paar Small.
Maybe there will be new secrets in the
Geiler
future.
Name einfach.
Right now.
Ja, hast jetzt nicht so viel verpasst. Also Winter-Event, ich werde heute wahrscheinlich das nicht mehr zusammenkriegen alles. Also da werden mit Sicherheit Desano vielleicht was rüberbringen. Ich hoffe, dass du auch, wenn du die Playstation anmachst, diesen Reward bekommst. Ihr bekommst die neue Waffe, Lexington. Solltest du nachgucken. Ich habe jetzt schon im Chat gehört, dass einige die nicht bekommen haben. Woran das auch immer liegt, keine Ahnung. Ich habe auch selber noch nicht nachgeschaut.
What can be done?
Can we get more shade levels for the ×3 XP event, please? You mean the level cap? I'm pretty sure we said we were going to put this one at 1000 as well. If it wasn't the case last time, then that was a mistake.
Okay, das 3 XP-Event machen sie auch auf 1000 Level Cap.
Is the empty hook
Nicht so wie bei den 100 vorher.
It's a hook that was put here because we had plans for a new hunter, and then we decided to change those plans. That's it. You have the full story.
Empty hook is the code for Fraser in Iron Horse raid.
I'm saying is it feels like Lexington is a hint. We're going back to Lexington Event Center. Nope, negative, Ramos.
Naja, so interessant ist es jetzt nicht mehr. Sind halt nur noch Fragen, Antworten.
Has the specialization system just died off with no future inside? I mean, it still exists.
Also man merkt, es kommt auch schon weniger, weil
is on ice.
Die Fragen kommen weniger rein. Vorhin konntest du es ja gar nicht lesen.
Short-term plans to bring it back.
Blaupausen ist...
Is there any chance for new players to get past events items? Loot Goblin won't drop them for me. I've been playing for 2 to 3 months. Well, the thing...
nee, einkaufen, du kriegst sie automatisch. Du musst mal gucken, ob du die jetzt in deinem Inventar hast. Links hinten oder in der Kiste.
So if,
und vor allen Dingen, geh bloß nicht mit deinem Charakter, der also nicht 40er Level hast, ne? Sonst wird die da einkategoriert. Das wäre nicht so gut.
A new item that is added to this loot goblin for the duration of an event. So that might be why if you've been farming the loot goblin now, you didn't get anything by design.
Blue.
But once the winter event starts, then you should be able to get those items.
From older,
and also there are discussions about having
seasons,
a rotation of event items that are available through the loot goblin in the future. So chances are that we'll have only winter items during winter events. So the next event that starts on December 10th is your great opportunity to farm for summer, previous winter in Mooncake as well.
Fragt einer, ob Brooklyn Map dann halt im Schnee liegt. Ah, sehr gut. Okay, hast du sie bekommen. Ja, ich habe noch gar nicht nachgeguckt.
Sounds like we started the debate on the balancing of Lexington. Please leave Lexington alone. It's already meddling enough. If anything, it should get a slight buff in order to compete with the top ARs. And then I'm not gonna read the rest. But again, we are not planning any change to Lexington.
Will there be an option to automatically disable modifiers when someone joins the game if the host has them disabled? So, as Yannick explained in the beginning, the group leader will have full control over the party and the party plays with the
modifiers. Fragt wieder einer, ob man die
Lexington
farmen kann. Nein, ist nicht der Fall.
So once again, is Lexington farmable? No. You get it once when you log in and that's it. How do I get my Lexington if my inventory is full?
Waffe.
Right now you will not
also
get
Bill, du hast es definitiv nicht.
Das
ist doch scheiße. Mann.
Yeah, once we have a solution, we'll just release the communications and explain what the next steps are going to be. But we'll definitely find a way to grant it to everyone who's missing it right now.
Why do you put the boomstick reload time to almost 4 seconds? It's useless now. Yeah, some of the reload times might have gone a bit overboard. I'm not saying this one specifically, but we know that there's been discussion on the reload times on some weapons, so we're going to look at that as well.
Will the Lexington be obtainable on Division 2 by logging into Division 1 as well, or does it only work with Division 2 login? So the way eligibility is decided, it's actually the system compares your data to both of those games, and you can get them in Division 1 and in Division 2.
Is the Stalker already out? Yes. To prevent that issue in the future, we should send it to our stash, so we have to claim it.
Also ich habe die Frage mal abgesetzt, aber ich glaube, die sind...
Yes.
Ja, die sind fertig, die droppen wohl alle so im Postmount. Die kommen
What
alle
about the
mit
prime of the comms
Godroll.
earned by doing the scouts of the actual season by different characters? The design and the intention is that the comms should be account-wide. They are not right now, and we need to fix that. But by design, we want them to be account-wide, so they are not limited to the character that actually unlocked them.
Are you planning on making a feature that allows to refund expertise even if you get half your resources back?
No, and I know this is probably about balancing changes when we nerf something that was very popular and people have invested a lot of expertise resources, but at the moment at least we don't have any plans to have any kind of refund system for that. So maybe something to think on in the future. The idea is not to, allow you to just max out whatever you're using now and then refund it and then max out something else. I mean, the expertise is meant to be a bit of a commitment, but on the other hand, I also understand that when we change the balance and it's not your decision, then I understand that it can be a bit bitter to actually have invested so much into an item that is now not performing the same anymore. So with that in mind, in those cases, maybe there is some extra exceptions we could make, maybe.
Will we get back global events in Division 1? So that is something that is still under the investigation, and we are trying to allocate resources to look at it and have it fixed, but we cannot really give you a timeline right now.
Ich setze die
But
einfach
it's
jetzt öfters ab, die Frage.
Still on the
Ist mir jetzt
plate
egal.
and still something that we're actively working on.
Expertise and watch back in conflict. I don't know. Is that something people want?
Can you please address the rifle audio bag and group play? Yeah, this is another thing that is currently under investigation, and it's a problem that we know of, and hopefully we'll find a resolution.
Bring the global event back to Tom Clancy's The Division game at last. How many promises can you make? You've been promising for a year now. That's for the second part. I wanted to quote that because we've addressed that already. Like we've been saying for a while, we are looking at it. I know it sounds like it's taking ages, and it's probably very hard to understand why it's so complicated, but it is actually very complicated for us to do that because we don't have any means to update or support Division 1 anymore. So there's a lot of things that are that don't exist anymore in that pipeline that we need to see how we can how we could
Kannst du
actually
nicht mehr so oft
bring back
absetzen,
global
haben sie
events in
gesperrt.
Division 1. So we haven't,
Voll doof.
let's say we haven't promised, hey, it's going to come back. We have just been saying we're looking at it and we would like to bring it back, but we have to see what we can do.
I guess the biggest issue at this point is that there is a chance to mess up more things in favor of fixing one. So this is another big concern that we have.
Uh, 70k textiles and nothing to buy except Danny once a week. Yeah, we know. Textiles is it's a problem of its own. And we know a lot of people are sitting on a lot of them and have nothing to use it for.
Other modifiers plan to be linked to loadouts.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that earlier, but that's it would be good. Yeah,
Und
it
die
would be
Timer
nice.
gesetzt.
And as I said, I think I don't know if the fact that it's not the case is now, if it's a technical limitation or just something we haven't done yet, but that's would be a good improvement.
Why do you sometimes see hunters above the buildings? Just they're part-time construction workers, I think.
Because hunters gotta hunt. Yannick, want to join my clan? You can get good times in legendary missions and raids. Thank you for the offer, but nah, I'm good. I have my own clan.
When will we get Lexington if our inventory is full? So we don't have the answer to that as of right now, but this is something that we'll definitely communicate once we have a solution to the problem.
Okay, also wenn ihr das Inventar oder die Kiste voll hattet und habt euch eingeloggt und die Waffe ist nicht dann drin, wissen sie noch nicht, wie sie das lösen, aber ja, sie werden es lösen wollen. Ja. Ich hoffe, das klappt dann irgendwie.
These people should be copywriters, honestly.
Also ich bin echt mal gespannt. Ja.
Did you stop rogue spawning at control points?
Gibt so einige Sachen, die halt anders laufen
Not
könnten.
on purpose anyway. Or if they don't spawn anymore, that's a bug.
I'm gonna give Yannick a chance to answer 3 more questions. And then we'll have to go.
No, the pressure.
Do the easy ones. Survival mode, no.
NSA take earn needs to be increased in descent. Yeah, maybe. I think we need to look at descent and rewards and all of that at some point. The Division Resurgence, is it alive? As far as I know, yeah.
New hair and faces. There is always a room to
Ja,
add
die Skins
more.
sehen super aus, ja, das stimmt. Gold finde ich echt gut. Sieht gut aus.
When will it be possible to open multiple clothing containers? I don't know.
Ich schaue auf jeden Fall gleich
Wenn,
nochmal rein.
Whenever we put the time into it. Any chance to get some of the masks from Division 1? Well, I don't think that would be a simple copy-paste, unfortunately. It would probably be more work than that. Yannick, viens dans mon clan, il est mieux, je peux te carry. Non, merci.
Merci.
Our poor mod's been banning people for speaking languages other than English this entire time.
Oops. It's fine, we did that.
I didn't know we can do that. Where is Kelso?
Oh
She's
ja, das wollte...
chilling
Chilling.
in the van.
This is fine.
Die hängt noch in dem Wagen. Im Transporter. Das wollte ich eigentlich auch fragen.
Missing blueprints. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people asking about missing blueprints.
Genau.
I know I said last time, tell us which ones. But yeah, we need to look at that. And to be honest, I don't know if that's something we have already listed on the pipeline as something that needs to be done. If not, yeah.
Also die planen wieder die alten Blaupausen wieder reinzubringen. Ich weiß nicht, wo da das Problem ist aus den alten
Oh,
Seasons.
that's a good one. What happens if you can't complete the journey?
If you can't complete the journey?
Yep.
What would prevent you from completing it?
I mean, if, for example, someone starts playing the season very late.
If you start late, you might not unlock all the journey rewards.
Maybe not even modifiers, but that's actually an issue.
Well, I mean, the modifier disappears at the end of the season. So.
Yeah, but for the new difficulty, if you want to play the master difficulty, it's best to have all the modifiers equipped.
But you can grind them and unlock them. It's gonna be complicated, but that's it's still doable. Do you plan on fixing the raid leaderboards? I no longer can be number 1 in raid time unless I beat my old time before the reset. No, I'm not aware of that one. So something we need to look at. I'm on Journey 5 and the mods have not been dropping for me to complete this level. Is that the prime? But then you should be able to still get those mods in the priority objectives, right? Because these are passive modifiers we are asking you to use. My iron rate times are not being counted.
Ich glaube, jetzt so langsam
reset. Okay.
kommen keine interessanten Fragen mehr.
Bring up our events back, please. Well, if this is about bringing back old ones, as I said, we need to see how we could make them work in the new season format. But as far as bringing back the feature of apparel events for new outfits, as I said earlier, this is something we're looking at, but in a different way. We want to bring back the essence of it, but not that exact specific feature.
Okay, I think
It's more than 3.
Yannick, exceeded the count. So there is a few last minutes for you guys to enter the giveaway, the Stalker giveaway. That's it for answering the questions. Blame me for being too strict, being like we're on time. But before we go, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrates. Obviously, we are working, but we're in Europe. But if you have a chance to enjoy a nice dinner with your loved ones and family, we hope you have a great evening. Don't forget about the 5XP event happening until December 1, including December 1. Also, winter event starts on December 10th, and there are going to be more announcements on our official pages regarding the opportunities to get the Stalker bundle keys and also the Stalker game keys. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for hopping on our live stream today. It was really fun answering all the questions, and hope to see you soon.
Es gilt darum, die Waffe mal zu finden, ne? Falls wir die bekommen haben. Die sind jetzt raus, okay. Schauen wir mal die Facecam wieder an. Das können wir ausmachen. So. Warte, ich gehe mal gerade auf das Vollbild. Muss natürlich auch wieder Licht anmachen. Ein bisschen heller machen. Ja, es ist halt Winter-Event. Wir müssen Missionen laufen. Gut, ist ganz nett. Bin mal gespannt, was diese Knie da zu bedeuten haben, die da mit diesen Schneeflocken dann da diese Animation hatten. Ja, Spielerei. Wir machen jetzt aber Folgendes. Und ich hau jetzt mal die Playstation mal an und schauen wir uns mal die Waffe an, falls ich überhaupt bekommen habe. Weil ich habe ehrlich gesagt nicht nachgeschaut. Das wird jetzt interessant. So. Müsste jetzt eigentlich dann umswitchen auf die Playstation. So. Schmeiß mal das Ding mal an. Also ich habe die heute schon natürlich angehabt und habe das auch gesehen und bin aber auch, glaube ich, auf meinen Charakter, auf meinen normalen Charakter, 40er Level Charakter, ja, ich auch, Bill, gegangen. Und habe aber auch keine Zeit gehabt, weil das habe ich schon in der Mittagspause mal gemacht. Und dann schauen wir jetzt mal, ob die halt tatsächlich verfügbar ist. Warte mal, kann ich so umswitchen. Sollte eigentlich funktionieren. Warte, ich mache nur den Sound. Musste immer bei der Playstation, ist das bei der 5er zumal, ist das immer sehr kompliziert. Ihr seht, das muss ich jetzt hier nämlich umswitchen auf den USB, damit ihr auch den Sound dann drin habt. Also ich bin mit dem hier reingegangen auf jeden Fall. Und bin mir sicher, dass der Rucksack voll war, 150 Teilen. Dann wird es normalerweise aber automatisch halt in die Kiste her. Und 300 Teilen, ich bin sowieso immer so viel zu viele Teile immer da drin. Muss immer wieder mal aufräumen. Könnten wir jetzt hier eigentlich mal direkt mal schauen. Warum kam jetzt der Hall wieder hier rein? Gefällt mir nicht. Warte mal. Das darf nicht sein. Na, alles gut.
Agent, Prioritätsziel verfügbar.
Warte mal, machen wir das System mal aus hier. So. So ist richtig, ne? Warte mal. Ne, Moment, wir gucken jetzt hier rein und ich habe 150 Teile, ich habe aber auch vorhin ein paar Level gemacht. Können die Teile mal aufräumen. Wartet mal kurz. Schön auf die Folter spannen. Hä? Wo ist denn da jetzt ein Holz, aber dich? Ah, hier. Brauchen wir nicht. Brust. Brauchen wir auch nicht. 47. 147 Teile. 30 von 60. So, hier ist ja auch nicht drin. Besondere Lieferungen auch nicht. Und 3, also 297 Teile habe ich. Aber da ist auch nichts angezeigt worden, dass ich eine neue Waffe drin habe. Ne. Die wäre ja dann beim Sturmgewehr schon oben gewesen. Ne. Siehst du? Nope. Ich bin definitiv mit diesem Charakter reingegangen. So, hier sind die Sturmgewehre. Jetzt gucken wir aber nochmal auf den Charakter. Also ich bin mir sicher, dass ich die hier nicht... das Träger... Nee. Da kommen schon die MPs. Nee. Das ist ja toll, ne? Nee, ich hab's auch nicht. Ja, die Blaupause. Ja, selbst wenn es eine Blaupause... Warte mal. Selbst wenn es eine Blaupause gäbe, die müsste ja auch dann entsprechend Godroll kommen, so wie es ja eigentlich in der Reward dann auch war. Das ist ja mega scheiße. Das ist jetzt wieder so ein Ding, also 100%ig ein Bug. Also kann gut sein, dass ich den Rucksack voll hatte, als ich mich angemeldet habe. Aber selbst dann, und da weiß ich jetzt nicht, Chat, vielleicht habt ihr das auch gehabt, dann müsste die normalerweise ja hier in der Kiste landen. So. Und hier ist sie auf jeden Fall ja nicht. Und jetzt, wenn ich jetzt hier reingucke im Postfach, besondere Lieferungen oder sonst was ja auch nicht. Und hier sind nur Kisten drin. So. Blaupause, klar. Gibt es natürlich auch nicht. Ne. Wäre die schon oben jetzt gestanden. Ne, habe ich auch nicht. Jetzt können wir natürlich eins machen. Ja, die ist grundsätzlich Godrolled, Big. Ich gehe jetzt mal, was soll's, wer weiß, ne? Das ist halt Bug Vision. Wir gehen jetzt mal jeden Charakter durch, aber das kann eigentlich nicht sein. Kann eigentlich nicht sein. Naja. Also warum soll die, guck mal jetzt, hier müsste es ja angezeigt werden schon, ne? Dass ich eine neue Waffe drin habe. Ne. Und der andere ist auch, aber Inventar nicht voll. Ne. Dann müsste ich die da ja haben, aber... Ja, kann man nur hoffen, dass die das irgendwann fixen, wie auch immer, ne? Keine Ahnung. Ja, genau, nur für den. Und ich bin definitiv mit meinem normalen Charakter rein und nicht mit... Hier, dann hätte ich sie ja hier auch. Ne? Sturmgewehr, ne? Hier. Ja, ich würde die gern verbessern. Wo ist sie? Was eine Scheiße. Ja. Ärgerlich, ja. Ach. Gut. Die ist uncool. Okay. Ja, die meisten sind man jetzt so begeistert. Also ich bin definitiv nicht... Warte mal, also mit dem bin ich nicht reingegangen. Aber könnte natürlich auch sein, dass ich da einen Fehler gemacht habe. Das weiß ich gar nicht. Aber ich bin, glaube ich, nicht, dass ich jetzt tatsächlich auf dem Charakter reingegangen bin. Und nicht drauf geachtet habe. Nee. Das war der hier Big, den du mir gestern hochgezogen hast. Da habe ich alles zerstört und bin auch danach nicht mehr hier mit reingegangen. Nee. Ah, das ist ärgerlich, ja. Ja, klar, ich hätte die natürlich gerne mal ausprobiert, ne? Nee. Das sieht schlecht aus. Ja, ich bin... Das kann nur daran gelegen haben, ja. Ich habe, glaube ich, 150 Teile im Inventar gehabt. Aber Bill, du meinst, du hättest nicht die 150 Teile. Ich habe ein paar Teile zerstört dann. Jetzt habe ich 147 Teile drin. Aber ich hatte... ja, ja. Aber dann ist es scheiße, weil die Kiste ist nicht voll, dann hätten sie so rüberschieben müssen. Das ist dann schon wieder ein Fehler. Ne? Du meinst hier die Behälter öffnen? Ah. Warte mal. Können ja mal machen. Glaube ich nicht. Weil die Behälter hatte ich ja schon zum größten Teil gestern. Ein paar nur heute, weil ich habe auch nur mal kurz angemacht. Ich wollte eigentlich nur gucken, ob das... ich habe eine Runde Konflikt gemacht. Mit dem Charakter tatsächlich. Und habe nur geguckt wegen dem 5x XP-Event. Und kann eigentlich nicht sein. Also. Schade, ja. Aber das können sie nicht machen, weil mal blaue Pause habe ich, aber auch nicht. Wie, du hast die Lexington nicht bekommen? Du hast die blaue Pause? Wäre auch seltsam. Obwohl, ja klar, ich hätte mit dem ja auch reingehen können. Dick, hast ja recht, der war ja 40. Hast recht. Ja, noch eine Exo rausgeholt. Ja, die werden die nachschieben. Ne? Dann kommt irgendwann, wenn du dich wieder einloggst, kommt oben, wir haben was für dich in der Kiste. Die Lexington, Bugello High, Hagen, die heute rauskam als Reward. Die haben viele wohl nicht bekommen. Keine Ahnung. Entweder falschen Charakter mit reingegangen. Das ist halt wieder doof, ne? Dann machst du wieder schnell, da wird was eingeblendet. Oh ja, wer lesen kann, ist klar im Vorteil, ne? Ne, Blaupause wird wahrscheinlich... Okay, ja, Blaupause wird wahrscheinlich dann noch kommen. Prophet, die fällt ja auch alle Nase lang. Aber, tja. Alex, hi. Hast auch keine? Ja, shit. Ja, da werden einige sein. Sowas ist ja auch nicht zum ersten Mal. Ne? Wobei damals mit den Exos, da war das ja... und dann haben sie nicht nachgeliefert. Ne? Aber jetzt, wenn eine Waffe neu drin ist und die augenscheinlich ja relativ stark ist, müssen sie nachliefern. Ne? Also in der Kiste waren sie auch. Habe alle aufgemacht, ja. Schade. Hätte ich natürlich jetzt gerne mal ausprobiert. Ja. Und hier das sind alles jetzt von Konflikt. Ja. Nee, leider nicht. Da können wir nur hoffen, dass sie das halt fixen, ne? Ja genau, die Attribute, dass du Schaden gegen Ungedeckte, ne? Und vor allen Dingen Godrolled, ne? Ich meine, ist ja schön, dass sie sowas mal machen. Haben sie bisher, glaube ich, auch so noch nicht gemacht, ne? Aber die müssen es auf jeden Fall raushauen, ne? Blaupause haben wir hier geguckt. Ja, schade. Wohl, ist keine benannte, ne? Ne, ist nicht dabei. Ja, blöd. Sie haben ja gesagt, dass sie es wissen. Also ich werde jetzt nicht den Supporter oder sowas, ne? Wir müssen Trello-Board beobachten, ne? Ob sie es dann halt mit reinnehmen. und dann in den nächsten Tagen dann irgendwann fixen, ist halt so. Ne? Also, ich danke euch super, dass ihr da wart und zugeguckt habt und finde ich richtig super. Auch an diejenigen für die Follow auf jeden Fall klasse. Und ja, live versuche ich halt natürlich öfters zu machen, fehlt mir auch immer wieder mal die Zeit. Videos natürlich machen Spaß und bringen auch diese Woche auf jeden Fall noch was raus. Ja, sie haben es ja gesagt, aber gut, klar, kann man machen. Die sollen ruhig ihre Arbeit machen, ne? Warum nicht? Ja, hast du recht. Mache ich auch. Foto kann man nicht großartig machen, ne? Ja. Ich hab die Waffe nicht. Cover in 7, Hammer. Also in dem Dilemma-Bild, ich habe gestern nochmal einen Konflikt gespielt, auch wieder richtig gut gewesen. Ja, das war sie. Das war's dann leider. Ja, schade. Na gut, also nochmal vielen Dank an alle und ja, eine Zusammenfassung mache ich heute nicht mehr, schaffe ich heute jetzt nicht mehr. Gleich gibt es nämlich auch Essen und wünsche euch auf jeden Fall noch einen schönen Abend. Wir sehen uns auf jeden Fall im nächsten Video oder halt auch spätestens dann im nächsten Livestream und da würde ich mich auch wieder super freuen. Ja, gerne an euch. Super, danke für den Support. Also weil in letzter Zeit auch seitdem die 2000er Grenze und ja, Season 2.0 hat viel dafür getan, dass da auch der Kanal so ein bisschen gewachsen ist. Mache ich halt gerne und macht super Spaß. Macht aber auch nur super Spaß mit der Community. Ist echt Hammer. Echt super von euch. Also macht's gut. Schönen Abend. Bis dann. Ciao, ciao.